The Forsaken Hollows DLC felt very anti-mage from relic design and spell-related changes, possibly due to FromSoft addressing community balance misconceptions at the time, jails being overbearing and spellcasters being OP. While I disagree with the changes at the time, and the main reason spellcasters do so much damage is because they can have 2 damage sources on a single relic, and whether that is even a problem is a completely different topic. While the last balance patches were very positive, there are still outstanding problems that the Forsaken Hollow DLC introduced. Other than bugs I'd like to see fixed, like damage rounding errors at specific percentages, or future content patches like making each shifting earth into its own map like the Great Hollow. My hope for future balance patches, if we even get them, is for more builds and playstyles to become more competitive and viable. So this is my Copium balance patch wish list. First up, balance a relic. Make it so the damage portion of the balance relics are not stackable. This will reduce some of the power you instantly spawn in with when I balance a skill attack build. Second, buff the FP regen on the blue balancer. At the moment it is 1 FP per 5 seconds. Buff it to 1 FP per second. The FP regen in its current state is functionally useless. It is so slow that it allows you to cast 1 flaming strike every minute, which is horrendous. Hopefully this also makes it a more attractive option for low max FP characters with high damage resist like Executor or Raider. You could argue that then it allows spellcasters to just have FP regen, but I think giving up 18 to 19% damage for an extra spell every 15 to 30 seconds is okay. Next up, Glass Necklace nerf was too extreme. You're normally hovering around stage 1 or 2 of the buff without power stance. Extend the buff grace period by 1 second to make it easier for slow hitting weapons, and buff it by 1% each stage. So it would go from 5% on stage 1, 6.5% in stage 2, and 9% for stage 3, into 6% for stage 1, 7.5% for stage 2, and 10% for stage 3. While a 1% increase might not sound like much, you have to keep in mind that these damage increases are multiplicative, so it will go from a total of 22% to 25%. I'd also like to see a quality of life buff to the Dreglord relic. You already have to give up so much to even enable the relic, either a weapon slot for Seppuku or a full relic slot if you want to force it with Libra, as well as being unable to use attack and defense up at full HP passives. You need some ease of use, not counting the fact that you're never at full HP, so in Deep of Night during the mid game you might just get one shot. I'd like to see a 20-second grace period added after you lose the on-screen gauges, to remove the RNG of losing stacks off the graces, and to give you some leeway after you get healed by grace. And change the rot weapon buff on hit to rot build up on the max HP. They probably thought this was a positive when they originally added it, but it actually griefs you, because it removes the added stagger from elemental weaknesses against Night Lords. Alongside helping compress the requirements needed for the relic, it also makes it playable in the base game, which is strange for a main relic to not be playable though. Next, add jails to the Great Hollow Shifting Earth, and remove 2 jails from the default Limveld map, both to make jail builds less RNG and to nerf it. Gambling to not roll a Great Hollow Seed in Deep of Night, and potentially making an aspect of your build useless is not fun, as well as locks out a complete aspect of the game. For Great Hollow, adding 3 jails in a triangle formation around the pit of the map, and 1 jail in each castle. And for Limveld, remove the far east and west jails, being replaced by a new objective, like a high rarity chest similar to the chest in Noclateo, that requires you to defeat a red field boss before opening. The goal of a jail build would be to clear 4 jails, leaving a final 5th jail for dedicated players. For Limveld, this will normally be either the north or south jail, and for Great Hollow this will be one of the opposing castles. This will reduce the power of jails to bring them more in line with other relics, while having the side effect of reducing the need to only focus on jails in a run, which will hopefully make it less annoying for non-jail players, even though they still get a passive benefit from clearing them that doesn't require an equipment slot. Hopefully this will help expand the available playstyles, between having immediate bursts of power for specific attacks and skills, and having a slow building power you work towards that increases your overall damage. That's all the copium I have for now. Bye bye.